Good morning guys, this is Vegan Challenge Week Day 6. So this morning I'm going to start off with some lemon water. I just take a little wedge of lemon, squeeze it into my water, and then add a wedge on the side also. It's just really delicious. It feels like it helps to detox your body and it's just really refreshing in the morning. I'm also going to have some sweet cherries. We got these at Costco in a big container. They're delicious. We're going to make a green juice this morning. So Michael just threw in a little piece of ginger, some lemon, cucumbers. He's going to use some apple. And then we're also going to use spinach, and baby kale, which is really good. And this is actually the recipe that Whole Foods has for one of their juices. I think it's called Maca Wow Mint. If you were to add a little parsley to this and some mint, which I just added a sprig of mint in the top, but this is one of their really popular juices that they make out here in Hawaii. So this is a great way to get some greens in first thing in the morning. And then we're going to be making a date paste. So I have a couple of bananas and my medjool dates. These medjool dates do have pits, so we will have to remove them. So all I do is slice them in half and just remove the pit. I always save all my pits and I grow them. I have probably like 15 or 20 date trees growing out in my yard as we speak. And then I think I used about 6 or 7 dates for this particular batch that I'm making, but it's just up to you how much you want to use. And then I'm just putting in the 2 bananas. And I should mention, I wish these were a little more spotty than they are, but it's all I had on hand, so it had to work for today. And then I'm using a little bit of sea salt. It's from Australia. And I'm just taking a pinch of that, adding it to the blender. And then we'll add some vanilla. So you can either use vanilla extract or vanilla powder. Either way, doesn't matter. I'm just going to take a little bit of the extract and pour that in, maybe like a teaspoon or so. And then we'll add our spices. So I'm going to add some cinnamon, a good dash of cinnamon. There we go. And then some cardamom. And then we'll add some ginger. So this is going to be a chai granola, by the way. And then I'm adding some cloves. 2 cloves should do. Those are really powerful. And then we'll just turn on the blender. And then I'll turn it up to a medium speed and just use the tamper to press those bananas and bits of date down into the blade. Try to make sure everything gets blended as best you can. It's not going to be super, pure and creamy. There are going to be little bits and pieces of dates, and that's totally okay because they're just going to get caramelized and kind of cooked into the oats anyway, and it's going to be delicious. So you can see some pieces there. You could do this in a food processor also. Alright, so then I have my old-fashioned oats. I just pour those maybe about 4 or 5 cups for this batch, and I'm adding some organic shredded unsweetened coconut. So just a good amount of that, and then just stir that in, all your dry ingredients there, or all 2 dry ingredients, and then we'll add our date paste. So I'm just scooping that out of the blender and just add that right in there, and then you'll want to kind of mash it into it. So you just want to get all those dry oats and the dry coconut just all blended into that date paste really well. And then I took a couple sheets of parchment paper and put those on my baking pan there, baking tray. And then just spread out your granola so it can cook evenly. And so I preheated the oven to 250 degrees. So I cook it on low for about an hour and a half and checking it, all the while every 20 minutes and just kind of stirring it a little. You just want it to brown slowly and evenly. So that's why you don't want to turn the oven up any higher because it can brown really quickly. You just want to keep it on a very low temperature and let it cook slowly. And then once all that date paste has caramelized over the oats, it's really kind of crispy. It has those crunchy sort of clusters. So all I'm doing here is I just pick up one of my parchment paper pieces and dump it right into my bowl that I'm going to be storing it in. So I just store it in these glass containers that are sealable. I have tops for these. And then you can put it in the fridge and then just pull it out whenever you want some granola. And it's really good. So our chai granola is all done and I'm gonna have some right now because I just can't wait. So I let it cool off, of course, first. Add some banana, add some almond milk, and you are ready to go. This stuff is so freaking tasty. It kind of smells like a mix between oatmeal cookies and banana bread. But it's really good, so make extra if you have other granola lovers in your house. And then a little later on, I had lunch, which was leftovers from yesterday. In day number 5, I showed you guys how I make these red cabbage sort of like tacos. They're almost like raw tacos, except there is quinoa in here. But it's really good. They're tasty. So if you want to see how to make that, check out yesterday's video. And now we're on to a juice. So I'm going to use some fresh strawberries, fresh lime, mint, and watermelon. And we're going to make a yummy watermelon cooler. This is so tasty, especially for summertime coming up. It's really refreshing. Alright, so those are all my ingredients that we're going to be using. So it's very simple and colorful. I'm going to start with some ice. So just a handful of ice. I'm going to take a quarter of one of those small kind of watermelons. And then all my strawberries. So I used, oh gosh, probably about 7 strawberries, I'd say. And then I'm squeezing in half of a lime. Depends on how tangy you like your beverages. I like mine kind of on the tangier side. And then I'm just adding a couple of sprigs of mint. And we're ready to get going. Alright, so I just flip on the blender, and this blends down really quickly. It's a very fast smoothie to make. So once that ice is broken down, the strawberries and watermelon, that whips up really quickly. So it takes about 10 seconds or so. So right now I'm just turning it on to medium speed. Leave it on there for just a few seconds, and then you're done. It's as quick as that. And this is so delicious. So you just pour it into your glass. You can serve it if you're entertaining, if you're having guests over. It's a really fun beverage to serve for, entertaining purposes or just for yourself on a hot day. So I just added a sprig of mint for a garnish on top, just for a little contrasting pop of color. And Michael really loves this one too, but he likes his a little sweeter and without mint. So I kind of have to customize it for him. And then later on for dinner, we're going to be having a spinach salad, kale. This is going to be really good. So I'm going to take the spinach and kale and just kind of lay down a bit of that on my plate. And then I'm going to add some sweet mini peppers. These are just like miniature bell peppers. They're really tasty and crunchy and good. And then some of these grape tomatoes. These are one of my favorite snacks to just reach in the container and just have a handful of all throughout the day, whenever. And then some olives, black olives, and then half of an avocado. And then some quinoa salad, which this we get at Costco. You can definitely make it really easy at home. It's more like pico de gallo mixed with quinoa, which is really tasty. Oh, and it also has mung beans. And then I just add a little bit of balsamic vinegar. I only add a tiny bit though, so I like to be able to taste my vegetables. So I don't really use salad dressing very often, but on occasion it's good. And there it is, your quinoa avocado salad. It's really chunky and hearty. I love making chunky salads like this with that avocado and the olives and those grape tomatoes. They make it really filling. So you'd be surprised how a big plate of salad can totally satisfy you all evening. But I am going to have some banana ice cream too, so we're not done yet. Michael is making this delicious banana ice cream using just pure bananas, frozen bananas, and our Yonanas, I don't know how you say that, but we got this little machine, kind of like a soft serve machine, which you can just put pure fruit into, and it blends it or whips it up in there, and when it comes out, it's just like soft serve ice cream. Oh my goodness, this is so freaking good. I ordered this on Amazon about a year and a half ago, and Michael and I love it for making pure banana ice cream, pure fruit ice cream. You can do all different kinds of fruits. They have all different kinds of recipes on their website too. Alright, so this evening I'm going to have turmeric tea. This is from Numi. It's their Amber Sun, one of my favorite teas. And this one steeps for 8 to 10 minutes, so mine is currently steeping right now. I'm also going to have a few dates. And then that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.